So if a photon is directed through a plane with two slits in it and either slit is observed, it will not go through both slits. If it's unobserved, it will. However, if it's observed after it's left the plane but before it hits its target, it will not have gone through both slits.
Agreed. What's your point?
There's no point. I just think it's a good idea for a t-shirt. There's some poor woman who's going to pin her hopes on my sperm. What if she winds up with a toddler who doesn't know if he should use an integral or a differential to solve for the area under a curve?
I'm sure she'll still love him.
I wouldn't. You want to hear an interesting thing about stairs?
Not really.
If the height of a single step is off by as little as 2 millimeters, most people will trip.
I don't care. 2 millimeters? That doesn't seem right.
No, it's true. I did a series of experiments when I was 12. My father broke his clavicle.
Is that why they sent you to boarding school?
No, that was a result of my work with lasers. No, I said there.
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Here we go.
In the winter, that seat is close enough to the radiator to remain warm, and yet not so close as to cause perspiration. In the summer, it's directly in the path of a cross breeze created by opening windows there and there. It faces the television at an angle that is neither direct, thus discouraging conversation, nor so far wide as to create a parallax distortion. I could go on, but I think I've made my point. Yes, it tells us that you participate in the mass cultural delusion that the sun's apparent position relative to arbitrarily defined constellations at the time of your birth somehow affects your personality. I really think we should examine the chain of causality here.
Must we?
Event A, a beautiful woman stands naked in our shower. Event B, we drive halfway across town to retrieve a television set from the aforementioned woman's ex-boyfriend. Query, on what plane of existence is there even a semi-rational link between these events?
She asked me to do her a favor, Sheldon.
Ah, yes, well, that may be the proximal cause of our journey, but we both know it only exists in contradistinction to the higher-level distal cause.
Which is?
You think with your penis. It's just a privilege to watch your mind at work.
Come on, we have a combined IQ of 360. We should be able to figure out how to get into a stupid building.
What do you think their combined IQ is? We can't have Thai food. We had Indian for lunch.
So?
They're both curry-based cuisines.
So?
They would be gastronomically redundant. I can see we're going to have to spell out everything for this girl. I don't know what your odds are in the world as a whole, but as far as the population of this car goes, you're a veritable Mac Daddy. You don't need chopsticks. This is Thai food.
Here we go.
Thailand has had the fork since the latter half of the 19th century. Interestingly, they don't actually put the fork in their mouth. They use it to put the food on a spoon, which then goes into their mouth. You realize that scene was rife with scientific inaccuracy.
Yes, I know men can't fly.
No, let's assume that they can. Lois Lane is falling, accelerating at an initial rate of 32 feet per second. Superman swoops down to save her by reaching out two arms of steel. Miss Lane, who is now traveling at approximately 120 miles an hour, hits them and is immediately sliced into 3 equal pieces.
Unless Superman matches her speed and decelerates.
In what space, sir? In what space? She's 2 feet above the ground. Yeah, frankly, if he really loved her, he'd let her hit the pavement. It'd be a more merciful death. Great, Caesar's ghost. Look at this place.
So Penny's a little messy.
A little messy? The Mandelbrot set of complex numbers is a little messy. This is chaos. Excuse me. Explain to me an organizational system where a tray of flatware on a couch is valid. And I'm just inferring that this is a couch because the evidence suggests the coffee table's having a tiny garage sale.
And what kind of doctor removes shoes from asses?
Depending on the depth, that's either a proctologist or a general surgeon. Oh. I have a master's and 2 PhDs. I should not have to do this.
What?
I am truly sorry for what happened last night. I take full responsibility. And I hope that it won't color your opinion of Leonard, who is not only a wonderful guy, but also, I hear, a gentle and thorough lover.